Another month has passed, and I'm making another video. You know the drill. I started the month off with a classic, Half-Life 2. It cannot be understated just how influential and great this game is. Even 20 years later, it still holds up in terms of gameplay, puzzles, story, and weapon diversity. Going back to replay it made me appreciate it so much more, and although I haven't touched the episodes yet, once I finish working on a couple videos I have planned right now, I'll hop back on it and play those on stream, so check out the stream sometime. There's nothing I can say that hasn't been said a million times already, and other than just constant glazing, there's not much, but I miss when developers actually loved their projects. I just miss Valve Charm. Then I played a few games for a main channel video, beginning with Firewatch. Although the game is very short, it keeps your interest throughout the whole experience. And while the gameplay is fairly uninteresting, where this game scores extra points is the fantastic story told throughout. And its art style, of course. It blends a very sad backstory into a perfect mishmash of friendship, loneliness, and horror at times. I'm going to keep these games in particular very short as I'm not too interested in writing multiple paragraphs out about them again, but just go watch the main channel video. Then we have Return of the Obra Dinn, which is probably the most unique game both artistically and gameplay wise I've played for a while. You have to investigate a ship that's had some unlucky encounters and explore the memories of each of the dead crew members to determine their fate. A very interesting, fun, and intuitive puzzle detective game. It's very entertaining, and every memory usually sparks more questions than answers, and it really hits you with those wow moments. It's a game that seems very unassuming at first, but gets very dark once you dig deeper. And speaking of dark, The Darkest Files is another detective style game, much like Return of the Obra Dinn, and the devs actually threw a review key my way to play the game early, which was pretty cool. But you need to read all of your documents carefully to piece together the proper story of your cases, and you need to manually request in victims and suspects for questioning, request for new documents, and eventually take your case to court once you've gotten all the proper information. It's a very cool mystery game. Then yet, another classic, I've been getting into Skyrim. This is another one that I've been meaning to play for quite a while, but finally I'm not missing out on it. It's just peak action adventure classic RPG stuff. And like Half-Life 2, this is the pioneer of its genre. The story is great to explore through and quests are fun and simple. I think easily the best part is the progression of your character and your loot. Every weapon is fun to use, and although it is old, modding definitely saves it a little bit, and it's still very charming to this day. Especially with how the game looks, it's just gorgeous. Balatro, very fun. Poker with roguelike elements. Once you get over that first run where you learn how the game works properly and how to maximize your chips and multis, and then practice more and learn what each jokers do and how to efficiently create a goated build, every run eventually gets more and more addicting and you end up playing for multiple days straight. It's quite obvious why it's blown up so much, especially towards the end of last year. I mean, it's just a great, chill, casual game. It's on mobile now too, which is pretty cool. Thumbs up. Then, towards the end of the month, I played Fly Night. A very fun action-adventure game with gameplay from Dark Souls, combat from Skyrim, and graphics from Runescape. I had a blast playing this game, and even though it is very short, for what it does and with the time spent with it, it feels worth it. Combat and enemies are all fun to engage with, the levels are interesting and intuitive, and it just looks cool as hell. Very interesting. And then, towards the end of the month, I've been getting back into Escape from Tarkov. Tarkov is a game that's hard to get into because of how easy it is to get tilted and brought down mentally throughout your raids, and it's not perfect, but there's nothing that even comes close to Tarkov in how it feels to play and actually learn. I think the best thing to do is just try to be confident. Plan out what you're going to do and just try not to play too fast or too slow. Just be deliberate, especially when you're new and learning the game. And plus, how many years had this game been in beta for? It's wild.